Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful to be able to connect with you, say hi, hello, how do you do? What's going on in your world? Hey, 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 hey to you. Hi, 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 hello to you. For those of you who will be live, wonderful. Let's do this thing. For those who will hashtag it and replay it, okay, I see that. For those of you who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I could appreciate that. And then for those of you who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage me, I'm grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for however you show up. It's up to you. It's your world. It's your life. Do you? Do you, boo? Do you? Do you? Do what works best for you because I'm going to do what works best for me. And I think that's the way it should be as long as long as we've got some things that help us to love on each other. Judith. Hello, Judith. How are you, honey? Good to see you. Good to see you. As long as we've got some things working for us that helps us to love on each other and support each other and care for each other. So, like the fruit of the spirit or things like that, where we are, because it can get a little dicey when I say, you do what works for you, I'll do what works for me, and that works as long as we care about each other. And because when I say that, it relates to me, I if I'm doing what works for me, I'm likely also doing what works for you, meaning that I am working to live as the highest and truest version of myself. And ultimately that benefits you as well. So if you're working and, moving about, have intentions of living as the highest and truest version of yourself, then I benefit from that as well. So not from a self place that's, not from a place that's selfish and not from a place that's, flowing in me, mine, I. Yeah. I mean, we do have a responsibility for ourselves, but when we really understand, when we really get life at that level, and we understand the real benefits of life and living, then we also understand that real benefits come from, hey, Tanya, good morning, sis, that the real benefits come from loving on and serving others, right? From loving on and from serving others. So, yeah, absolutely. Um, I invite you to do what works for you, to live out your dreams, to live out your life's intentions. And when you do that, you fill in your piece of humanity's puzzle. Good morning, Erica. Hey, honey bun. You fill in your piece of the puzzle, and Papa, as Papa intends it to be. And when that happens, we all blessed, right? When that happens, we all benefit and we are all blessed beyond measure. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I am grateful, grateful, grateful. So very grateful for you. So let's do the things. Let's do all the things, whatever the things are for you and us to do. So, what if our best is to begin again? What if our best is to begin again? What if that's the best? Like, give it the best that we got. What if the best is just to scrap it and begin again? One of the things that I want to bring out It's when we begin again, it's never starting over. We never start, uh, we never start from where we originally started. A start over is really a continuation. A begin again is just to begin again for this version of the thing. Because sometimes it feels a little weighty, it feels heavy, it feels defeating to think, man, I got to start all over. We ain't never starting from the original starting line, because if you tried it a first time, then you are different than you were the first time you tried it. You bring something more to the table. So that's why learning is so important. Feedback is so important. Insight, revelation, understanding is so important, because what we realize when we do it again, when we start over, when we begin again, that we're never beginning from our original space, that we are continuing this process with the new insight, with the new revelation, with the new knowledge, with the new awarenesses, all of those things that we once had. We are continuing. So, beloved, what if our best is to begin again? Don't bemoan beginning again. Don't bemoan it. Don't murmur and complain about your again beginning. Just go for it. Like, go for the beginning again. And be available for what blessings, what glorious experience, what learning, what insight that comes available to you from your next version of beginning, right? From beginning again. So I love the idea of beginning again, because we get a do-over. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. The Staple Singers. I think that was the Staple Singers. So yeah, let's get some. Our best is to begin again. What if it is? Because our best, if it's something that is for us to do, that is for us to complete, that is for us to accomplish, throwing in the towel has to become a non-negotiable. Throwing in the towel must become a non-negotiable, because that's not an option. It's not an option. It's not an option to not receive from you what is your unique contribution. It's not an option to not receive your unique contribution. It is just not an option. So what's your unique contribution? Whatever that is, I want to see it. I want to experience it. I want you to live it out. I want you to walk it out. I want you to focus on what it is that you are doing. I want you to focus on what it is that you are doing. Focus on what it is that you bring to the table. I want you to focus in on what is your unique contribution to humanity. I want you to focus in on that and make that be yours. God will throw the towel back to I love that. I love that. Yes, he will. He'll be like, get back in that ring. Get back. Where you going? Get back in that ring. I love that, Tanya. I love that. Just that visual. You're like, what? You what? I don't think so. I love it. Yes. He intends for us to have every experience, everything that he intends for us to have. he ain't backing up from it, right? I'm so grateful, Auntie. You know, you pour so much in us. When you love yourself well, the thing that tried to keep us back is not an issue anymore. Ooh wee. You said a mouthful full, Erica. Let me just tell you. Let me tell you. When you make a decision that you won't be held back by nothing, nobody, no situation, your life becomes radically different. It's a radical change. It's a radical shift in your life. When we decide that I won't be held back. I won't be limited. I won't be held back by my own actions. I won't be held back by my own thoughts. I won't be held back. I read this. I read this. There's this question. Oh my God. I'm reading a new book. And there's this very powerful question. And it says, as you get comfortable with this new way of seeing yourself, ask yourself the following question. If no one told me who I was, who would I be? If we weren't running from, fighting against, if we weren't still battling with the messages of our past, who would we be? Y'all, I'm just saying, like that right there, to use Tanya's vernacular, that's fire. That is fire. If let me see that question again, because if no one told me who I was, who would I be? If no one told you that you was this, that you was that you was, and part of my stuff that I had to work through is an inner city Black girl who grew up under the poverty line, right? If no one ever, like if I never got that message, what would my life look like? Thank you for the love. What would my life look like? What different? Now, let me tell you, when I do a what if, I'm not doing it from a lamenting, like a, if only I had. No. I value what is. I value what is, and I'm looking forward to what will be. I value what is, and I'm looking with great anticipation towards what will be. And there's a reality to to understanding that there's some messages that we have that have us living below our what word we want to put there, that potential, that have us living without accessing all possibilities. There's some things that have us living, so something and probably all of it can be attributed. I know if no one told me who I was, who would I be? Absolutely. Probably all of it can be contributed to having been told who we were by something that was limiting to us. Sometimes in good meaning people, good meaning situations. I remember when I went to my high school counselor trying to figure out what I was going to be. She told me I should go into business. I should major in business. Now, if anybody was looking at me, if anybody was talking to me in high school, good morning, Ray. If anybody, Miss Wilson, like if anybody was looked at me at all, they would never have told me to go into business as a major. Because, and I did it. I followed her instructions and I hated it. Hate it with a capital H. Did not like it. Felt like a fish out of water. Nothing about it was giving me life. The only thing I liked about that business curriculum was my history class. Like I loved the history class. Thought I wanted to be a historian. I loved it. That's the only thing that really gave me life. The rest of it was like, what is this? Marketing, management, using principles that didn't honor humans, using principles that felt like manipulation and tactics and strategies to get over on people, to get in front of the line. Like none of it felt good to me. And I'm looking around and people are eating it up. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to know this. I don't want to know this. I don't want to do this. I don't know. So I got out of that major and changed to a math major, which was okay. That was okay. I felt more comfortable with okay, 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I mean? Anyway, so sometimes we have to live beyond, above, go through, past, relinquish, let go what we've been told, who we've been told that we are, to live out who we've been created to be. Yeah. Oftentimes, like, because you rarely, unfortunately, does who we are created to be align with who we've been told we are. Our work, beloved, our responsibility is to align with who we've been created to be. Beloved, who have you been created to be? You already know it. You already know it because it flows through your veins, your soul, your very being aligns with this kind of way, this kind of being. Your very being aligns in that way. And so do it. Lean into that. Make that your truth. Make that your way. Let that be how you show up, and accept nothing else from yourself. Accept nothing else from yourself. Like, show up the only way. Show up the way that feels organic and authentic to you. Hey, cousin. Good morning. Pray all is well. All is well, cousin. I pray the same for you. Show up the way that's organic and authentic for you. Make it do what it does. Make it be what it is, according to what Elohim said, the creator of the universe, God, Abba, Papa, what he says. And when we align with, when we lean into, when we make it be what he says, there is no loss. There is no possibility of failure. It is just not possible. It is just not possible, beloved, that we can fail when we here's no one told you, when we live into what he says we are, when we know what he told us, when we know what he said, and we live out that message, there is no ability to lose. I love you, beloved. I really do. I appreciate you. I value you. And I thank you for life. Thank you for love. I thank you for wholeness. I'm thinking that's what I thank God for: life, love, wholeness. I thank you for being here. I thank you for how you're showing up. I thank you for engagement. Y'all know I love engagement. So thank you for talking back to me and saying hi and all of the good things. I appreciate you and I value you a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And we are at the top of the hour. So at the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, relinquished. We gave up the right to not be amazing. You and I simply don't have the right to not be amazing. I love you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.